In the Council of the Nations, faith and fear still struggled for ascendancy. There they sought disarmament and peace. But it was of peace in terms of weapons that the statesmen talked. In time of peace, prepare for war. If you prepare for war, is not peace already doomed? This was the conflict that ruffled the waters of Geneva. In the conference room, the nations still expressed their faith in peace. Outside, they kept their powder dry.
Every year, Dad used to take us to Hendon to get a stiff neck watching the air pageant. Us kids used to be thrilled to bits. Funny, I didn't realize at that time that one day I'd been doing the same thing myself, in earnest, in a Lancaster. Airships. We warned them, of course. No future in them. Fat, flabby and inflammable. They were, well, what they looked like. White elephants. Planes were the thing. For speed, comfort and safety. As a matter of fact, just about then, they really started to prove it.
At dawn on a muddy airfield, they gassed up the Spirit of St. Louis. After 24 hours of sleepless preparation, the pilot was eager to get off. With extra tanks, the plane brimmed with fuel. No engine of such small horsepower had ever lifted such a load. Would it be a takeoff or a flaming death? A harder patch of ground, a bounce, another, and Charles A. Lindbergh was off into the mist on his lone conquest of the Atlantic.
Tonight, in an airliner many times the size of her own little plane, Amy Johnson arrived home. Home after her great flight to Australia. As darkness fell, Amy was surrounded by a mass of milling fans. They had waited since daybreak to welcome back our heroine.
Today, Jim Mollison landed in England after breaking all records. Australia to Britain is rapidly becoming a kangaroo's hop.
Today, a Vickers Super Marine S6 won the Schneider Trophy outright for Britain at a record speed of 340.08 miles per hour.
Today, Malcolm Campbell traveled faster than man has ever done on land before. This is indeed an age of speed.
On land, on sea, and in the air, man made fresh conquests of space and time. But there was one machine he could not master. The economic machine which he had created ran fitfully beyond his firm control. Each boom, bright with promise of prosperity, was followed by inevitable slump. Then, at the end of the third decade, came the greatest slump of all, 1929. And in the richest country in the world, in towering Wall Street, disaster. The money castles came crashing down and fortunes dissolved in a day. The canker of depression began to spread, leaving in its wake a waste of silent factories and an army without hope. An army of jobless, hungry millions. America, Europe, and Britain.
On the Clyde, we stopped work on Canarder 534, the biggest thing ever on the stocks. And that meant a few thousand more to swell the ranks. The means-test man asked me what I did. And I told him I built ships.
They call places like Jarrah special areas. And very special they were and all. We had a special way of living, a special way of looking at things, and a special way of bringing up the kids.
Things were very bad with us down in South Wales too. One day we had a visitor. Something must be done, he said. And he meant it. The lads used to march to London. Why not? They had nothing else to do. The time I went, we got to Hyde Park, and that's about as far as we did get. We found the government had resigned.
At number 10, everything in the garden looked lovely. The new government was made up of socialists and Tories together. Wonderful sight. We tried them separate. The only thing left was to mix them up. And they called the mixture a national government. Mark you, a lot of us weren't very clear what a national government was.
A national government is a great ideal. There is nothing petty in our outlook on this situation, and I believe we shall have it in our power to do not only a great work of reconstruction for our own country, but a work of international reconciliation supported by the mandate of a united people.
On the bright side, long walking in the shade, sticking out my chest, hoping for the best, looking on the bright side of life. I'm waiting for the right side, and if luck comes to my aid, giving me a break, I shall be awake, looking on the bright side of life.
Motoring in the 30s. Petrol from a bob a gallon and as much as you wanted. If you ran a car, the joys of the open road were all yours. And if you didn't, well, you had your own two legs. They called it hiking. It felt just the same as walking, but it was nice to see people getting out and about. Cruising for £1 a day. People who'd never been further than Market began to see the world, and they didn't half swag when they got back.